Yesterday, I saw some news on internet, and I figured out that I can download and install the SDXL 0.9 locally on my computer and run that. I did a little test, and in this live video, I want to continue that with you, and we can explore that how we can download, install, and run the SDXL 0.9 in ComfyUI, and also I want to test and explore some new feature in this version. You can find the link in the description for downloading the model, and I think it could be very useful and fun. And also, I found that the peoples that are developing the SDXL, the Stability AI company, also in one tweet, I figured out that they prefer to work with ComfyUI, and they told that this model is running very smooth in ComfyUI. So at first, oh sorry, I lost the screen. Let me adjust that. Okay. At first, you can go to the ComfyUI GitHub page and download the last version. Okay. And also you can see that it can support SDXL version. Okay, I did that. I downloaded the newest, the latest version, and also I installed that over my computer. Okay, so this is the interface of the ComfyUI. With default, everything is default, and you can see that in the load checkpoint, I can select the SDXL checkpoint models because I copy and I place them in my checkpoint folder. Let me show you. Okay, these two files, SDXL base and SDXL refiner, and they are prompt version, and I think the size now it's very better because also there are some version with about I think 15 gigabytes, but they are in 6 and in 5 gigabyte version, and you can use them. So here at first, let me load the SDXL base. Okay, and this is the default prompt in ComfyUI, and press Q. It's going to process the clipping code text, and after that in case sampler you can see that it's starting to process without any error. Okay, I figure out that the people suggest to work on this resolution 1080. Okay, in 1080, and maybe at this moment this resolution could be get better result for us. And also don't forget, this is not the final version. Okay, and the final version I think will be released in about 5 or 6 days later. So this is the version that is leaked on the internet, but this is the first time that you can run the stable diffusion SDXL 0.9 on your computer locally, and I think it's very amazing. And you can see that it can work very good with high resolution, and I like that. Yes, I like that, and this is something that could be improved. Okay, but in SDXL, Stability AI suggested to use two different processors. Okay, because if you see, here you can see you have two checkpoints. One of them is the base and one other is refiner. Okay, so how we can add the refiner? Okay, there could be many different way, but I want to explain that to you. What is the concept? Okay, if you pay attention to the load checkpoint node, you can see that it has three outputs: model, clip, and VAE. The clip is going to the clip text encode prompt, and after that it's some kind of conditioning output, and it's connecting to the sampler. And one of them is negative and one other is positive. So it's very important that this clip is connected to this text encoder. Okay, and if we want to add another checkpoint, also we have used the clip that comes from that checkpoint. Okay, so for making instance of this text, only for making instance of this text, we should do that. Else also you can copy this workflow. For example, also it's very easy. You can select all of them, Control C, and after that press Control V. Okay, also it can work. And here you can select the SDXL refiner version. Okay, and select the image from here, the latent, and connect that to the latent image. And then you can adjust the denoiser. For example, now maybe I can test with amount of 30. Yes, 0.3. And I can queue prompt. And because it's a duplicate with text and with prompt, it can work. But sometimes you want to change your prompt and it's complicated for you to change your prompt here and here. So you can make a note for using your text as an external reference, and after that you can send those texts to the text encoder. Okay, after that I will try to explain that way also. And here you can see, here we have this image, and now it's going to process with the refiner version, and we have this version here. Okay, and actually this is the main workflow, and this is the way that how you can use another checkpoint in ComfyUI. Okay, so let me make this text and send them to external node. How we can do that? Here is the clip text encode. Right click on that and select convert text to input. Now you can't see any text in clip text encode, and you can drag on the click on the text, drag the mouse, and here you can do a search. And for example, here I can use another clip text encode, or let me go to the utility node. And here is the primitive. Yes, I need the primitive. And just I have to connect the connect to with input. If I connect the primitive node to this clip text, I can see the text that previously was in this node. Okay, but now the texts are stored in another node. and they are going into the clip text as a string. Okay, so also we have do that with our negative prompt, convert text to input, and add another primitive node, utility, primitive, and connect that here. Okay, also we have to do that for these nodes, convert to input and convert to text to input. This time you can connect this text, this one to the positive and this one to the negative. Okay, so now just you make some instance for your prompt. You can write or you can change them only in one position. They are going to the clip text encode, and also this clip text encode using the clip that is coming out from this checkpoint. It's very important. Okay, it's all. This time I want to change the denoise to some lower value, and also I want to change my CFG sampler name. For example, yes, SDE scheduler, and also with this one. Okay, and do another queue. So one time it's processing with the base model. After that, it is going to generate an image. The image will go to another sampler with same prompt, but with different checkpoint. And here it's trying to do the refinement. And you can see the image with higher quality. Here. I did a mistake about CFG. It should be 6, not 0.6. And again, let me do Q prompt. Okay, this is the image. And I think maybe it's better to use another sampler. But also now they are here something like bokeh. Actually, the quality is very, very realistic, and also the consistency in the image is very perfect. But also don't forget that these are not tuned checkpoints. They are just a standard checkpoint, and I am sure after providing the tuned version, the result will be amazing. Okay, let's do another queue. So while that, one more time, let me check the workflow. You will load the checkpoint as default, like always. And the only parameter that is different here is for the second processor, we need to use another text encoder that it has another input clip. And we solve that with primitive node. And it's all. And you can see that it is working. Also here, you can find the link of this page in the YouTube. And here you can see some complete and some amazing information about the new version of the SDXL. For example, the SDXL now is able to generate text. Okay. And with this prompt, you can see that this woman hold a menu, and also you can read the menu text here. So, okay, and now I want to test this prompt, okay, in my ComfyUI with this version. And just in negative prompt, let me delete the text on watermark because I want the text on watermarks, and Q prompt. It's starting to process. Okay, here we have a woman that holds the menu, and also we can see the text. Yes, this is the first time in Stable Diffusion that I can see it can generate texts. And in the read refine version, we can see better text in that. Okay, so it's working. In another sample, they use this prompt. Let me copy that and paste it here. Okay, photo of a man holding a sign that say Stable Diffusion and Q prompt. Okay, actually I can see some error and I can't see any man in this image, so I'm going to cancel that and one more time Q prompt. So maybe in the next version it could be able to do that. And yes, but the text is not correct. The stable is correct, but outer is not correct. In their sample, it's correct. Maybe it's related to the version. And also, I think that I need some negative prompts. Let me search for that. Don't need negative prompt as much as. Okay, also they told us that in this new version, this is not necessary to use negative prompts, but let me do that and copy some negative prompt, for example, from realistic vision. Okay. Here I have some prompt. Maybe they can help us to improve the quality. Let me do that. Yes, this time I think the quality is better. And it was able to generate the text. Okay, let's go and test some other features. And here is another sample. Okay, a young female holding a sign that says Stable Diffusion, highlighting hair, sitting outside the restaurant. Okay, we have this version and we have the refined version with very, very better quality. Yes, with very, very better quality. Again, let me change my sampler and also use that with this sampler. Mhm. You can see that in the first image that is generated with the base, yes, with the base checkpoint, the details in the face are very low, but in the second image that is generated with fine-tuned, it's very, very better. It's refiner. Yes, excuse me, refiner. Mhm. Q prompt. Mm, Stable diffusion. And in refiner version, we can see that better. Okay, so the text generation is working, um, but actually right now it is not like these samples. I'm not sure where is the problem. I will do more search and I will let you know. And here you can see that they told us it can do better job in human anatomy, and they did some comparison and they made this image. Yes, I think the anatomy is perfect here. With this prompt, let's go and do a test. Mhm. Photo of a woman in yoga outfit, triangle pose, beach in evening, rim lighting. Yes, I didn't use any control net, I didn't use any style or any LoRa, and it was able to generate this pose. Really, before that, it was not possible. Really, before that, it was not possible because all the time for sending the information of the anatomy, the only way was using ControlNet or LoRa. But now I can see that the stable diffusion can work very good. It's not perfect, but as a standard checkpoint, I think it's a great result. Let me do another cue. Yes, the knee, the muscles, hair. Mhm. It's very nice. Yes, really, really, it's different. Really, it's different. And yes, these are the result with Stable Diffusion 1.5, but without using any control net or any style. And also, they told us that they can make very, very better image. And I have to test that. Okay. I have to test that and I have to make sure that is it possible or no. Okay, previously I did some test on Realistic Vision version 3 and let me use that prompt. This is the first time that I want to do this test. Okay, I found the image. This was the image that I made with Realistic Vision version 3. And this time I want to do a test with SDXL. And this is exactly my prompt. And this is exactly my negative prompt. They are same. And let me queue prompt. Living room. I think the result is very different. Okay. I cannot see any. Oh, wait, please. Yes, I can't see any pool in the image, but I have this prompt here, and the Realistic Vision generated that for me. But about making the curvy wall and capturing my idea about the futuristic style, it worked better. And let's do another cue. Mm, I like the consistency because making this continuous curve is very complicated, but now it's able to do that. And here in Refiner, we can see many better detail. Mhm. Okay. Oh, it's very nice. But still, I can't see any pool. Maybe I have to adjust my prompt width and add more attention to the pool. Ah, okay, just it it needs some more attention to the pool and yes, we have it here. Mm. And now it's in refining process. Oh, take a look to the details of the plants. Very interesting. Yes, I got the result. This was generated with Realistic Vision version 3, but this one is more close to my prompt about the curvival and futuristic design. Let me change the attention. Mhm. Yes, I can see the pool here. Also, let me check the YouTube if you have any comment. Thank you too. And also, if you have any challenge in your mind, please write in the comments and I will do that. I will test that challenge. But actually, the quality is very good. The quality and attentioning to the details is very good in this version. And I think now it can make some challenge for Midjourney. I'm not sure that ControlNet is able to work with this version or no. I have to test that also. But this is great. This is great. And okay, I want to make some tests. Okay, let me get back to See with AI. Open Rev animated version. And here, every time I am doing this test, because here is really here is a special prompt that trying to define the colors for different part of the image, and there are very few checkpoints that are able to do that. So let me make sure that is it possible. For real, for SDXL. And also let me use this negative prompt. Yes, woman with green hair holding a sword. Close up portrait. Just I can't see the skull here. I can see the octopus. And also the style is very perfect. It's working great. Yes, it's working. And it can define and detect the colors. SDXL base version. So attention to your prompt also is very good. Uh, Let me do another test. For example, here I need a living room, with green walls and red ceiling and yellow sofa. Just I want to make sure that is it possible to assign these different color to different part of the image, because it's very, very complicated for the AI. Uh, uh, no, still it is not able to do that, um, because this test is very complicated for AI. You have written, or maybe I have to use comma, living room, green walls, red ceiling, yellow sofa. Make them with this type of attention. The result is very realistic, but the attention to the colors uh, was not satisfying for me. But I want to do that. Do another test. Okay. Yes. Yes, this is the first time in the Stable Diffusion that I can see it can make different colors for different parts. Green wall, red ceiling, yellow sofa. This is the first time that, oh, so with adding some comma and adjust the width, it was possible. And in many, many other checkpoints, I was tested that for over 1,000 times. And every time the result was failure. Mm. And also I can see some very, very beautiful accessories that are trying to match. Oh, this SDXL is great. It's great. I am using the first primitive version without any tuning, without any LoRa, without any control net, without any style image, and it can do that. Let me do another cue. Mhm. It kept the yellow so far, but about the red, it changed the position. Let me cancel that and do another cue. This time it used the red in sofa, but one time it was able to arrange them, and I think it can be happen again. Mhm. We have that something similar. Mhm. By the way, I think until now I can't understand that it has more attention to the prompt and it can generate more accurate image based on the prompt that you are defining. Still, it is not perfect, but I am sure it can get very, very more improvement. And all the results, really, if you take a look to the quality, they are very, very realistic images. Now we have some problem in the plants, but when it is going to the refine, yes, in this version, compare these two different versions just about the plants. The left one is fine-tuned version and it's very, very better. Lighting, detail, shadow, consistency. Mm. Now let me change the living room style in, for example, something like cherry. Ah, excuse me, like cherry Arabian, and this time just I want to make sure that is it able to understand the design style. Mhm. Yes, yes. Also, it was able to understand. Mhm. Actually, the result is very, very realistic. Really, it's like a real photo. Oh, capture the design style. And let me add like marble glossy below tile. After generating this image, I am going to test that with the floor of stone with glossy black marble. Mhm. Also, I can see the red tiles. Let me correct my stone tile at the first of the part. Black marble. Floor. Mhm. I can't see the black marble. No. Mhm. Okay, finally I can see the black marble. It's changed to green, but it's very dark. And also it add the glossiness to the ceiling. Okay, great. So now I can see that also for quality of the image, I can see many improvement and also about the design style. Yes, I think it can work. And here we can see another sample, highlighting hair, brown eye, in white shirt, and blue jean and beach. Okay, and also this is, I think this is a comparison for attention to the prompt. And also this is some improvement about the meaning of the prompt. Here we can see big robot friend sitting next to a human, cast in shell style, anime wallpaper. In version 1.5, there is not any robot near the human, but in another version, SDXL beta, we can see that. So let me do this test also. Here is my prompt. And let me make sure that in SDXL 0.9, is it able to understand? Yes. Yes, we have the robot that is sitting near a human. So the understanding of the prompt is improved, and it's very important. More accurate image, and after that I want to do this test also. This is the refined version. It's very nice. And also do this here. A young man highlighting hair, brown eye in white shirt and blue jean on a beach with a volcano in background. highlight in hair, white shirt, blue jean, background. About the brown eye, I am not sure. Yes, yes, also the eyes are brown. And here it's trying to do some refinement. Mhm. We have the final image. Oh, really, the result is very good. Skin texture, shadow, lights, human anatomy. It's really big improvement. Yes, and it can pay more attention to the artist style. It's very important, but I like to pay attention to more things that are related to my job. For example, I started perhaps it's glitch in the preview model, something the style can catch with the additional. For example, I started with this prompt that generated a photo style. Highlighting here, okay, on a beach. Now I want to add a yellow scarf. A young man highlighting hair, brown eye, wearing a yellow in white shirt and blue jean with a volcano in background. Okay, also let me do this test. Does it do the fingers? Uh, Actually, I didn't test that. Also, this is my first time that I am exploring the SDXL 0.9. So we are working together, and but I will do some tests about the fingers, but I'm not sure. So, oops, invite share, view prompt. It's very important that it can attention to the prompt and it can understand the meaning. And this is the challenge that I have for using the AI in architectural design projects. Because in architectural design projects, you want to define some specific parameter for a specific part. And it's very important that the AI will be able to use and to pay attention. Mhm. Okay, also it's great. Test, and here I can see some more improvement. And these are some more images. Okay, so totally I like that, and also I am sure that it will get very, very better improvement in next months, and I will be waiting for the control net to update the control net to working with this version. Uh, Yes, also I like the details. And let's see what will be happen. I think the future is bright, and the stable diffusion is going to be something very, very powerful. And also, I like the ComfyUI because your hands are open in ComfyUI and you can draw your workflow and make your pipeline easily. And also, it was very important that I figure out that SDXL is working very, very good in ComfyUI. I'm not sure where I saw this news. SDXL VUI. Yes, after 2 or 5 years, it will be amazing. Mm. Yes, this was the page that I found on internet, but I am looking for a tweet about the ComfyUI because I thought that I saw a tweet from Emad, uh, one of the Stability AI founders, that also he suggests to work with ComfyUI. Okay, thank you for your time and thank you for your attention to my life. Uh, Hope to see you soon. Bye.